This is Luke Stout, and you're watching The Experience.
People are, it's the last tournament of the season, right? People are either here to win it or they're here to go home, right? So let's send some people home. Right?
Hearing Glory,
because you feel it. I know the guy.
He really got me fired up, ready to go. Like, I wanted to go wrestle then, at that point.
You know, Pat really hammered it back too. Everyone made it there, but not everyone wanted to be there in a sense.
I think that I just wanted to prove to everybody that was there, no matter if they had been there before or not, that what it takes to win at the NCAA tournament is a fight.
People are trying to win the thing, or they want a reason to go home. And in the back of my mind, I kind of was thinking about that a lot of the tournament. All these guys that wanted to wrestle wanted to go home. They wanted to be done with the season.
Again, just driving home the point that there's no tomorrow. You have this moment and that's it.
The person that usually wins is the person that expects to fight and expects that fight to be hard and embraces that fight. And I know these guys are ready. I just wanted to kind of reiterate something and not let it get lost in the stuff that everyone else was saying.
We're back. Princeton wrestling is back. After 3 years, the Tigers are in the building. You gotta love this. You gotta live for this. You know what?
Back all the way to my freshman year, Coach Dubuque, he was just talking about how the coaches are going to love us, our families are going to love us no matter how we compete, and so we're not supposed to compete for anybody else. We're competing for us. I remembered that going into this tournament, especially after my freshman year, and I didn't get the chance to kind of turn that around my sophomore year, even though I was a 5 seed going into it or something. Of course with COVID, and so that's just been on my mind, and I was just ready to get back to that point so I could come back and perform the way I know I could.
Being there for actually competing for the second time at an NCAA tournament, it definitely helps having that experience, getting out there and wrestling. The crowd is way different from any other wrestling tournament. They're on top of you. It's louder. If you haven't wrestled there before, you don't truly understand what that feeling is until you're on deck and you walk out into the mat and the lights are on you.
Being out on the floor for, guys are on the mats and you're on deck, and then just being right there for the national anthem, looking around the stands is a crazy experience. I kind of have the habit of looking up for my parents. I knew my dad and my brother were up there, so I'm kind of peeking over at the Princeton section trying to see if I can take them out of the crowd, which is goofy because I'm on the total opposite side of the gym. There's no way I'm gonna see them, but it's all habit.
I mean, I think that first match, you treat it like any other match. You do your routine, you do what you're used to and what you're comfortable with and what makes you as prepared as you possibly can be, and you stick with it. Nothing changes. I have a playlist that I listen to before every match. Maybe Shook once. I think Eminem too, because 8 Mile was the first time I ever heard that song. So Detroit, gotta love it.
And his opponent from Princeton, Matthew Cover.
So this is the first time I've actually gone back and watched this match. He's Tyrell Gordon. He's I believe a freshman at University of Northern Iowa. We were looking at his results and his wrestling. He's very solid. Had some good matches with Wyatt Hendrickson, who was undefeated coming into the tournament from Air Force, and had some solid wins against some other Big 12 heavyweights. We knew going in he wanted to win this match 2-1, 1-0, 3-2. He wanted to win a 1-point match, and we knew this. I think definitely I struggled on bottom. That was evident. He rode me out the whole third period. Tried to create some flurries, switch it up. Once I realized he was just going to straight ride me, but he had a good mat return. Once he kept riding, I was trying to switch, sit out, pull, hook a leg, go under. Just try anything to get one or get a reversal. But evidently he rode me out. He was tough on top, and that is something that I think I took away from this match, is I need to improve my stuff on bottom, be a little faster. be more urgent on getting out, because it's totally a mentality.
New match on mat number 1, wearing the green.
Yeah, so this is my first match. I'm wrestling kid Jace Kelsner from Northern Colorado, and he's a tough competitor. I knew it was going to be hard, and Coach Ayers, made it very clear. He said, be prepared for your hardest match in every single match you go into. Prepare for it to be very, very hard. Off the whistle, I was just trying to get to my leg attacks, just trying to stay offensive right away. I think he felt strong, and he took a shot, and just wrestling through positions, just kind of finding a way to score. And once I got on top, looking for a turn right away, trying to get to wrists, trying to get to my rides, and score points. That's it, at the end of the day, what we were trying to do. And I had a difficult time getting turns in the first place, but continue to work, continue to kind of break them down and get pressure forward, and points are not being scored, find a way to score points, find a way to add points to the scoreboard. So just finishing off the first win, felt great, but that was just the start. It's round 1. In my mind, I'm thinking 4 more to go. So just kind of getting ready, getting off the mat, getting cooled down, getting off my feet and getting ready for the night session later that night. I think it was 7 p.m. on Thursday night. Hey, Pat, come here, buddy, real quick. Pat.
Joe.
Hey, little cool ball, I want you to just go, just go four times down and back, kind of midway. Nice, easy, nice and easy.
Bids come out early for NCAAs. You see the brackets, and I knew I had Austin Gomez first round. Despite knowing it's going to be a tough match right off the bat, ready to go. Right off the bat, locking in there, I knew I had to get to my underhooks and then stay out of some big throws that he was going to look for. The night before the match and the morning, leading up to weigh-ins and after it, I knew this kid's going to go for a throw. If I'm going to give up double underhooks, I'm going to lock over top of them and try to send it. We like to say throw a barrow out there. And for whatever reason, I just kept envisioning this one little moment that he's going to try to throw me. I'm going to get to this lock and I'm going to try to send this because I can end the match right there. And you see me get to the edge and lock it up, and I knew that's the moment I've got to throw it. And I went for it, but way out of bounds. Didn't quite land it. Kind of let the match get away from me after first takedown or two, but the whole time I was fighting. I knew there was a possibility to find a way to win. He's a tough kid. He's solid. He's been on this stage before, and it's the first loss. It is what it is. But short-term memory loss, shook it off, and got ready to go because there was a long road ahead. I wasn't unfamiliar with this road of battling all the way back, so that's where my mind went. Let's go take them one at a time. Let's send some people home because they're ready to go home at this point in the year.
Yeah, so first matchup, I'm wrestling this kid from Virginia Tech, Connor Brady. I knew he was a stingy kid to wrestle, and I knew it wouldn't be an easy first round match, but I was confident in my abilities, and I just knew that if I stuck to my stuff, I'd come away with the win. Yeah, so with the double leg, I always try to test guys early with the double, see how they react to it. If they're standing square in front of me, I'm gonna try to blast through them. If they respect it a lot, then it usually will open up some of my other shots. And yeah, I've practiced it hundreds of times. The footwork, the shot, and driving through, following through is routine. Yep, so short time, closing out the first match. Here, just kind of shutting the match down, making sure you can't touch my legs. And at this point, first match out the way. The first match in the tournament, usually for people, not the best one. Just kind of getting in that environment, getting that first match out the way. I was feeling pretty good. That was my first win at NCAAs, actually, in my 3rd year, and so I felt good to get that one.
Hey, you were a little far away, too. You were a little far away on all your shots, which is fine. Thought your defense was good. You were fine. You were fine. It was cool, and you got it out the way. 1 down.
I want you to bat hard. Yeah. We're gonna have to. Sometimes you're gonna have to win it the hard way. Okay. We feel good now. Okay. So you just cool down. Okay.
Good job, man.
From now on, if there's if you're with somebody and I'm not there, or I'm with somebody but you're not there, just put in the group me what mat they're at, where you're at.
It's about advancing now, so man, 1 down, 4 more. National title time, dude. National title time. Hey, nobody cares. Nobody cares, dude. Just advance. I think he's ready to go. So he's going to be feeling better. And as he goes in, he's working himself in. Monday to the top, baby.
Here we go, coming up, coach. So we got Stefano coming up here for his first one, coming up on mat 3. He's going to wrestle Taylor Vance, who we wrestled out in Vegas tournament. It's a fairly close match out there. So scouted yesterday. Travis knows what he needs to do. We got to come out hard. We got to attack early. We got to get to our underdogs. We got to push the pace. We got to push our scores. Wrestle our match. Travis is a different wrestler now than way back in the first week of December. He's gotten better throughout the year, so we just got to go out there and put that improvement to good use.
Number 5, 184 pounds.
The draws came out, and I knew I was wrestling Taylor Vance. I've wrestled him before. I wrestled him out of the Cliff Keen, and it was a close, tough match. I got out there and got the first takedown actually. So I knew going in, I was like, I can wrestle this guy. I can definitely beat this guy. So and he's a tough wrestler. He's a good wrestler. Gave him everything I felt that he can handle. Didn't end up getting what I wanted out of that match. It wasn't my best match, little few minor mistakes in a match, and against a good guy like that, and it's crucial. We'll go back just a little second. I want to see. My whole left leg was gone the whole tournament because my LCL was partially torn, and then my hamstring completely popped out. Felt like I was wrestling on 1 leg after that, but that's wrestling. Everyone, a lot of guys are hurt. It's just tough. I wish you were healthier. I wish you could do a little bit more with your body, and that's what makes it tough.
Did you get rubbed down and everything? Yeah.
In the bottom position here. Over on 7.
First match, I was obviously pretty nervous, not gonna lie. This first match was big. I knew the kid I was wrestling was a good competitor, Isaac Trumbull from NC State. He's beating some good guys, and I was ready to do anything to make it out of this first round. I'm glad I got the first takedown. That's always big for me in my matches. Kind of reinforces the idea of attack, attack, attack. Yeah, like right here, it's just when you have that body lock, yeah. This kind of goes back to the nerves of the tournament. One big move and your tournament can be over. So I was definitely a little nervous to go upper body there. It was my first match, definitely wrestling timid. Should have been a little more engaged, and the coaches were laughing after the match. They're like, yo, you broke him just by getting ridden out in the second period. Right here, I come back, third period, take him down. No back points. Yeah, I think I should have got some there. It was nobody's clear match. I felt in control the whole time, but as you saw, it was 4-4 going to OT, so I got ridden out in the second. I got 2 TDs. Towards the end, I could feel him break a little, break a little, break a little. And eventually that end of the period right out in the third kind of locked in the dub for me. Just had to go after that and get it. But that one felt really good to get out the way. First match, biggest tournament of my life.
From Princeton, Luke Stout.
Up next on The Experience.
I've had a lot of matches this year where I've shot kind of through a guy's face and they started bleeding a lot. Hardest part of your head, the top of your head right here, that's what I'm blasting people with.